Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Luann from Blackberryrock Homestead, and welcome in, and thank you for all my new friends on my channel. Well, today, since I did a poll on my community page, and everybody wants to see another recipe, chili recipe, so I thought I'd show you one today. I had an idea of a recipe for next month, but I'm going to go ahead and make it this month because on the back of the 15 bean soup there is a recipe that is similar to chili, so I'm going to share that one with you. The very first thing we need to do, and I will still be bringing another recipe on another recipe next month, but it'll be a different recipe for the Gale Southern Living and Milk and Honey Heritage Farms old-fashioned crafts and recipes. I will still be bringing one more recipe for that. So I already got one for the month of November, but I'm going to add another one. But I got to get a few ingredients first. So let me turn the camera around and let me show you how to make this. I will be making this chili soup, 15 bean chili soup. I will be making it in my crock pot. So the very first thing we need to do is to wash our beans. The reason why we want to wash our beans is to make sure there ain't no rocks in there. And like I said, I'm going to use a 15 bean, like a chili recipe. So make sure there ain't no rocks in here, because we don't want to cook any rocks. That would be weird. So I'm going to go ahead and wash these, and I'll show you the next step here in a minute. I added the seasoning mix that came with the 15 bean soup, which I'm going to turn into chili. And I also added some pork jowl because, you know, it was the cheapest thing other than the deal. So I'm going to let this cook a little bit before I add any more ingredients. So I got it in the crock pot cooking on low. So we're going to make some chili out of this 15 bean soup mix. So let this cook a little bit on low, and then I will add my other ingredients. I'm adding a little bit of chopped onion now. So to our 15 bean chili. Stirred it up a little bit. I will be adding more onion, a whole onion. This isn't a whole onion. We'll be adding more onion to this. I'm going to just wait a little bit until this cooks a little bit more before we add our other ingredients to make it into a chili. So now we put the lid back on and let it cook some more. So the next step into making the 15 bean chili is to brown some hamburger meat. So that is what I'm working on, browning the hamburger meat. And then once we get it almost brown, I'm going to add something to it. So let's add a little bit of jalapeno to this. Chopped jalapeno. I've already added a whole onion into our bean mixture. So let's add a jalapeno in here. Let this get a little more browner, and then I will be adding one more ingredient to this. So the next thing I'm going to add is my homemade chili powder. And then we will let this season the meat and cook it for a couple of minutes. And then we will be adding it to our 15 bean chili. Well, 15 bean soup. I'm going to turn this 15 bean into a chili recipe, y'all. So this is the beginning of the chili recipe. Let that cook in, get it nice and cook in all this chili seasoning. So let's get that cooked in before we add it to our chili 15 bean. So I'm going to add some chili sauce to it. I'm also going to be adding a can of my homemade Rotel tomatoes. So that is adding a chili sauce to this. Turn this bean mixture into chili. So let's go get the hamburger meat and add that to it. So let's add our chili mixture, at least our hamburger meat. Get that all stirred in. I'm going to let this cook a little bit before I add my diced tomatoes, well, my Rotel. So let this cook a little bit and then we will add our Rotel. I may turn this up on high just to speed up the process a little bit.